I got here. I mean, it was amazing. Like 5 minutes, we were in California, and all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, a completely different culture. I mean, you could tell like how much poorer this land is, and then I don't know. It's pretty amazing, but just shows you how not to take things for granted anymore.
Actually, to find the best worker here at Corazon, it's someone that wants to come down and change somebody's life. You can be a carpenter, you can be a contractor, you can be a housewife, you can be a kid. It doesn't matter. If you're willing to work and work towards changing someone's life, I'll find a job for you.
Which actually, I'll tell you a cool story. I was just talking to this little Hispanic girl, and I met her in November at the other house build that I went on, and we built her house, and it was kind of cool. She's here somewhere. I was just talking to her, and she remembered me, and we were talking about stuff that we talked about back then, so it was cool. She doesn't speak any English, so it's hard, but yeah.
More than 950 construction projects have been completed by over 30,000 U.S. volunteers since 1995. In excess of 900 local projects and over 90,000 hours were worked by Familia participants in 2007.
And it's really easy, honest, it's so easy. I know nothing about construction. I know nothing about building. And I learned it here, and I'm doing real good leading. I've been on more than 100 houses, and we've finished every single one. And I've worked with some of you people before, and I love you coming back. I want to say thank you, first of all, for raising the money. It's a big job raising the money. Then I want to thank you, second of all, for waking up so early in the morning, coming down. That's a big thing, too. I like sleeping in. I'd like to introduce the family. Who speaks Spanish? Sandra, will you please call the family out? I don't know who they are. It's a lady and 2 kids. The lady of the house is Dorinez, and your hijos?
¿Los hijos cómo se llaman?
Ángel, Daniel.
Danielle?
Adrián.
Adrián. Okay, these people have worked with Corazon probably for a year to earn what this is right here. Her husband's off on the construction class. They came in during the week about a month ago and laid this out and built it up, and then it dried, and we're ready to go. I need someone that has had saw experience besides the one that I already got.
And I think that groups need to understand that there are 2 groups involved in this. One of them is your group, and one of them is the family. And as you get closer to that date, things are done on the other side of the border to prepare the family for this build. And it gets to a point where it has to happen one way or another.
A lot of the houses are really run down. Like, I'm surprised people can even live in them because they're just like made of like 15 billion different types of wood. And now it's like all scraps. There's like dogs everywhere and roosters crowing. It's amazing that it's only like a few hours from like where we live. Oh no, yeah, it's ridiculous. Like broken tires just like in the street everywhere. There's trash everywhere.
Yeah, you don't get one, Ashton. I thought I had 2.
Corazon's mission: building families by enabling service, promoting self-sufficiency, and inspiring mutually beneficial relationships across borders.
She says that if she knows that she's going to work that day, she wakes up very early, she prepares breakfast, and she does the cooking for the kids and the family. And then she prepares her family, the kids. She takes the little one to kindergarten, and then she goes to Corazon, works, ends at 12:30 to be able to pick up her son, brings him, feeds them, and then at 3:30 she has to go to the factory and work the evening shift.
The Familia Corazon program is not a handout. Rather, it is a proven method of assistance that allows the participants to help themselves. In the process, They help their neighbors and their community to grow and prosper.
First of all, it tries to make people self-sufficient. And it also tries to create communities where before there were no communities. How they create communities is to pull people like from over the hill here, Pedregal, to come over and work on a construction site like this with people who they ordinarily would never have encountered nor feel any kind of sympathy with. And the reverse happens. And so this sense of belonging to a larger set, a larger group, a larger tribe, if you will, happens through working together on different construction sites and daycare centers and things like that.
Yeah, I'm having lots of fun. This is the first time I've ever been to Mexico. It's just so drastic compared to Orange County. They live a harder life than we do.
All the houses are run down, I guess, and there's like trash everywhere. I didn't really expect it to be that bad. I thought it was like exaggerated when people talked about it.
So once we raise the money, then I have to have several meetings with the students in order to inform them of the day and see what happens, to get all the permission slips and to arrange for transportation since they have to come up with their own transportation. So it's a pretty involved thing. But once we're here, it's kind of hairy, you know, leaving and crossing the border with a caravan of sometimes 25 to 40 cars, but we always make it to our site. And we usually finish the job by between 4:30 and 6 o'clock, and then we hand the keys over to the family, which you can see. It's a very emotional moment, and then we all go home, very tired, very dirty, hopefully, but hopefully also very satisfied. I think a lot of it is that mentally and spiritually, I know that this is probably one of the best things that I can do. And so I keep pushing myself to go to the meetings, to do the talks, to do the builds, to go down there, despite the physical risk, and to know that somehow in the shape of the world, or the imprint of the world that I make, that this is what I have been given to do.
And we have a window.